Very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Poshmark Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College for today's women's basketball action. A huge one here in the USA South Conference as the Tornadoes host Southern Virginia. Kickoff is about 30 minutes away. The two teams continue their warm-ups here at the Poshmark Gymnasium. Tornadoes 11-3 overall, 6-1 in the USA South Conference. Winners of their last three. Have played very well on this home court. 6-1 here at Poshmark Gymnasium. But a huge assignment this afternoon taking on Southern Virginia, who comes into town with a 13-2 overall record. Perfect thus far in the USA South with a 7-0 mark. They're on an 11-game win streak overall. Defending USA South Conference champions. So big matchup here. The winner will have sole possession, or at least by virtue of potential tiebreaker, would have possession of first place in the conference. So first place in the conference on the line. Should be an intriguing matchup between the Tornadoes and the Knights. We'll have men's basketball action today as well. Also kicking off at 2 o'clock. Tornadoes are on the road at William Peace, so we'll try to bring you an update to that one throughout this women's basketball contest. We're glad you're able to join us as we count down to tip-off between Southern Virginia Knights and the Brevard College Tornadoes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet this afternoon's starting lineups versus the visiting Knights of Southern Virginia. At guard, a junior from Cary, North Carolina, number 1, Maria Samoon. At guard, a senior from Cedar City, Utah, number 4, Addison Moon. At guard, a junior from Rocky Ford, Colorado, number 11, Abigail Snyder. At center, a junior from Santa Clara, California, number 30, Ruth Campbell. At forward, a junior from Knoxville, North Carolina, number 13, Asia Foster. And that's a third from Mitch Jordan. And now, the starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. At guard, 5'2" senior from Somerville, South Carolina, number 5, Lexi Shepard. At guard, the 5'8" junior from Tryon, North Carolina, number 11, Jada Lucas. At guard, the 5'9" senior from Huntersville, North Carolina, number 15, Josie Hester. And for the 5'11" senior from Marion, North Carolina, number 24, McKenna Parkins. And at center, a 6' senior from Marion, North Carolina, number 50, Nalia Boyce. Your Tornadoes are coached by Mr. Donald Hudson and assisted by Ms. Brittany Lawson and Haley Kenny.
So there's your starting lineups, courtesy of public address announcer Ray Gill. Starting 5 for the Tornadoes, Lexi Shepard, Jada Petty-Wilkins, Josie Hester, McKenna Parkins, and Nalia Boyce. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Donald Hudson in his 9th season. Brittany Lawson is the assistant coach. Haley Kenny, student manager. Southern Virginia starters are as follows: Maria Savoon, Addison Newman, Abigail Snyder, Ruth Kempler, the center, and Aisha Foster. And Ruth Kemper in the center circle. And Jada Petty-Wilkins will square off against her for this opening tip. And we are underway in a battle between the two top teams in the USA South Conference, Southern Virginia and Brevard College. We've been anticipating this one for a long time. Early possession for Southern Virginia. Here's Savoon, defended by Shepard. Snyder defended by Petty-Wilkins. She's able to find Kempler down low, and Kempler finishes with the layup, 2-0 Knights. Shepard across midcourt. Here's McKenna Parkins. Jada Petty-Wilkins. Petty-Wilkins taking her player one-on-one, dishes it back to Parkins. Parkins for 3, just off the mark. Fight for the rebound between Shepard and the tallest player on the court, Kempler. And it's going to go off with Shepard, but you got to appreciate that hustle from Shepard, crashing the glass.
So the Knights with their second possession of the ball game. Just getting started here. Pass down low to Kempler, and a traveling violation on the Knights. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that. It seems like Kempler, obviously a huge part of this offense, but we've seen 2 possessions, and each time going down low to Kempler, who's averaging 11 points per game. Boyce at the high post, hands it off to Petty Wilkins. Shepard down low to Parkins. Parkins turnaround jumper partially blocked there by Foster, and a stop for the Knights. Now down low the other way to Foster, well defended by Parkins. So Parkins very active early on both sides of the ball. And it'll be Southern Virginia ball underneath. Savoon with the inbounds. Newman. Tornadoes in a zone 2-3 defense. 12 on the shot clock. 3-pointer there from Savoon, short. Offensive rebound for Foster. Kempler then misses the baseline jumper. Fight for the rebound. Hester was in the middle of that, but it's off a Knight player. Tornadoes get the stop. 2-0 Knights. As Lexi Shepard, the floor general for the Tornadoes, the senior point guard. Here's Hester. Hester behind the back dribble. Double teamed and then stolen away there by Snyder. Snyder all alone, and the finish is good. Shepard to Petty Wilkins. Petty Wilkins down to Hester. Here come the Knights the other way. Great transition there from the Knights. Great ball movement in transition. Ultimately, Foster with the finish, the junior from Knightdale, North Carolina. It's 6-0 Knights. Shepard. Boyce hands it off to Hester, and an offensive foul is the call. Foul on Boyce. The handoff in the pick. I think that one could have gone either way, but Tornadoes getting called for the offensive foul, and another stop for the Knights. Ahead 6-0. Boyce defending Kempler, and Kempler, nice pump fake and finish there. 8-0 Knights early on, 6:46 to play, first quarter.
Every cheer, for every play, we know there's a little prayer that no one gets hurt. That's why we are there too. Party athletic trainers, physicians, and specialists. We're watching closely for any sign that someone needs care. And if your child is hurt, they're seen right away by the region's top specialists. The Party Sports Medicine team is at every game, match, race, practice, and workout, providing medical attention and guidance. For us, winning is all about playing healthy and smart so you can perform at your best.
Out of the timeout, Coach Donald Hudson instructing the Tornadoes after a 8-0 blitz to start this contest by the Knights. Here's Boyce finding the open Parkins, and there's a bucket for Parkins. So the Tornadoes get on the board coming out of the timeout. Boyce and Parkins, the Marion, North Carolina, McDowell High School connection, getting it done yet again. And another traveling violation on the Knights, this one on Foster, so that's the second traveling violation of the contest. Boyce on the baseline. Here's Shepard. Parkins. Petty Wilkins from way downtown. That's NBA distance. And a fight for the rebound, but it's into the hands of the Knights. Savoon able to take it away. She plays it up to Snyder. And good pressure from the Tornadoes, knocking that ball out of bounds, ending that attack from the Knights. 8-2, Knights on top. Just getting started here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. And another finish there. For the Knights, now 10-2. Newman with the bucket there. Shepard. Parkins from downtown. That's a good look, just off the mark. Rebounded by Snyder. Snyder pushing it up ahead. Kind of a home run ball there, looking for Foster. And Tornadoes will come away with the stop. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Battle between the two top teams in the USA South Conference. Pass to Hester, misses the layup, rebounded by Kempler. Then stolen away from Shepard. Great job, great awareness from Shepard. Hester to Petty Wilkins from downtown. It's no good. Tornadoes still trying to find their shooting groove. 1 of 6 from the field. Have attempted 3 3-pointers. Yet to connect on one. Meanwhile, Southern Virginia shooting 5 of 9, 56%. Rebounded there from Hester. Then off of Hester's foot. Actually, it was off the foot of Snyder is the ruling. So it'll be Tornado ball, 4:15 to play here in the first quarter. Parkins to inbound to Shepard. Both teams' starting lineups still on the court, yet to see a substitute from either side. Southern Virginia coming into this ballgame on an 11-game win streak. 7-0 in the USA South Conference, 13-2 overall. Shepard. Parkins. Parkins to Petty Wilkins, and well defended, and the block shot will be credited to Kempler. And there's Shepard once again mixing it up with Kempler, and the possession arrow will go to the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, first subs of the game for Southern Virginia, Alyssa Weiland checking in. Kempler will take a breather. For the Tornadoes, Summer Johnson, the sophomore from Mocksville, North Carolina, checks in along with Christina Roan and also Shania Hauser. From the starting lineup, Hester and Parkins remain on the court. Here's Summer Johnson. Parkins. Parkins picks up her dribble, uses Roan. Roan now, behind the back. Hauser, down low to Hester. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson from downtown, just off the mark. That was on target, but just missing that 3-pointer from Johnson. Newman up ahead to Savoon. Savoon kicks it to Snyder, and she drains the 3-pointer. First 3-pointer we've seen from either team. two teams combined for an 0 of 7 start from beyond the arc until that three. Johnson. Down low to Parkins. Stolen away there by Snyder. Relentless defense by these Southern Virginia Knights. And then drawing the foul there with a little scoop underneath Roan. Savoon will head to the free throw line. The foul will be on Christina Roan. Just the second team foul on the Tornadoes. Southern Virginia yet to commit a foul. Petty Wilkins checks back in. Parkins heads to the bench. Haley Page checks in for the Knights. And Savoon will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. First free throw up and good. All Knights in this one thus far, 14-2, and flexing their muscles, showing why they're the defending USA South Conference champions and 7-0 undefeated season here in the USA South thus far. 15-2 start. Tornadoes have had some good possessions offensively, just haven't been able to finish at times. Petty Wilkins to Johnson. Hester swings it over to Roan. Here's Hester, a good look from 3. It's good. Josie Hester, who just a couple games ago broke the school record for most made three-pointers with 9, hits the first three-pointer of the game for the Tornadoes. 15-5. Johnson, good defense there against Weiland. And then a steal there from Hauser on the pass inside to Page. Well defended by Shania Hauser. Nice pump fake from Josie Hester and the three-pointer. Back-to-back threes. Josie Hester. And just like that, the Tornadoes have cut the deficit to 7 points with 1:38 to play here in the first. Page dishes it off to Allred. And Allred able to drill home the mid-range jumper. Here's Hester again, turns around, fires just off the mark. Nice offensive rebound from Hauser. She misses Hester, however. That's going to go the Southern Virginia way. Petty Wilkins, nice hustle for the rebound on the backside. Johnson, extra pass to Roan, corner 3, it's good. Another three-pointer for the Nados. And starting to come alive here at the Bosch. Deficit cut to 6. Petty Wilkins on the defensive end now. Here's Snyder with Hester defending. Down low to Page, defended by Hauser. Three-pointer from Canty. And a whistle underneath, loose ball on the rebound. Foul's going to be on Roan. That's her second, team foul number 3. Still no fouls in this entire contest committed by a Knight player. About a 9-second difference between the shot and game clock. And there's the third traveling violation of the contest for Southern Virginia. Southern Virginia now with 6 turnovers in this game. So just like that, Tornadoes very much in the thick of this. Three-point shooting, Hester and Roan. Meanwhile, here's Hester with just 8 seconds on the clock and the finish and 1. Hester, a big-time take along the baseline. And a three-point play opportunity here. Hester now with 8 points. Chance here to make it 9. And she cuts the lead to just 3 points for the Knights. And just beating the buzzer there is Weiland. So the Knights will stretch their lead back to 5, 19-14, after the Tornadoes put together a 12-2 scoring run to really make this a very competitive ball game at the end of the first quarter after falling behind quite a bit early on. So your score at the end of the first quarter, Knights 19, Tornadoes 14. Back here at the Bosch, second quarter underway. Exciting last few minutes of that first quarter. As the Tornadoes trailing by 5. Stolen there by Hester. Annalie Morris, the freshman, is checked in for Brevard. And that'll be the Knights ball out of bounds after the missed three-pointer from Petty Wilkins. 9:34 to play here in the second quarter. Glad you're able to join us wherever you might be tuning in from. Here's Savoon. Kempler gets her own rebound. Kind of caught the NATOs snoozing a little on that defensive glass, but then the Tornadoes able to recover quickly and get the turnover. Morris hands it off to Petty Wilkins, defended by Snyder. Southern Virginia led this game by as many as 13 points in that first quarter. But over the final 2.5 minutes or so, Tornadoes made it a ball game once again. Great pass there, Morris to Boyce. What a look from the freshman, Annalie Morris. Beautifully done. Annalie Morris, the freshman out of Rockmart, Georgia, finds her teammate Boyce, and it's a three-point ball game once again. Long two-pointer there by Savoon. Savoon now with 4 points, also a pair of assists. Morris. And that's going to be a turnover on BC. Brevard with 6 turnovers in this contest. Southern Virginia with 8. And a whistle away from the ball. And that's going to be a foul on Shania Hauser. Seeing extended minutes here for Hauser. Senior from Statesville, North Carolina, has a three-pointer there. Delivers from Savoon, so Savoon starting to heat up. 24-16, 7:25 to play here in the second. Nice crowd here at the Bosch. And rejection there from Southern Virginia. Mid-range jumper there, no good. Rebounded by Morris. Morris pushing ahead. Morris. And that'll remain Tornadoes basketball underneath. 7:04 to play here. A compelling matchup between the two top teams in the USA South Conference. Boyce hands it off to Petty Wilkins. Petty Wilkins dribbling to her left. Bounce pass to Hauser. Hauser to Morris. Morris draws a double team momentarily. Here's Petty Wilkins. 10 on the shot clock. Morris from way downtown. It's no good. Hauser battles for the offensive rebound. Morris with another attempt. It's good. Anna Lee Morris, the Brevard College freshman, the fourth three-pointer for the Tornadoes this afternoon. Deficit back to 5 points after the Morris three. 6:20 to play here, second quarter. Three-pointer there, no good. Rebounded by Petty Wilkins. Petty Wilkins across midcourt. Here's Morris. Petty Wilkins takes it herself. Euro step and the finish. Petty Wilkins with the left hand. Really nicely done there. Her first points of the contest. She's been active but had yet to get in that scoring column. Snyder taking on Petty Wilkins. Shot is up and good. Morris running the point at the moment for the Tornadoes. Petty Wilkins. Boyce. Good look there to find an open Hauser. She misses the mid-range jumper. Back the other way, here come the Knights. Knights ahead by 5. And a foul there. Looks like it'll be on Josie Hester. Her first, team foul number 2 here in the second quarter. Nice work from Shania Hauser, who heads to the bench. 2 rebounds, both on the offensive glass. And free throws coming here for Kempler, who's got 4 points in this game, 3 rebounds. First shot from Kempler is good. Kempler on the season, a 65% free throw shooter. She'll improve on that number after those made free throws. 5 minutes to play here, first half. Petty Wilkins finding a cutting Hester, who all sorts of attention is drawn to her. Morris. Hester, after the Morris double team, drains another three-pointer. Hester's third three-pointer of the game. She now has 12 points to lead all scorers. Long shot there, just at the three-point line by Savoon. Off the mark. We'll have a timeout on the court with 4:25 to play here in the second quarter. Tornadoes trailing the Knights 28-24.
I've taken jumps in my academic career, and I've taken jumps in just socializing and getting out and getting to do things I've never done before.
The thing that brought me to Brevard is the experiential learning. I've always been a hands-on guy.
I love it here at Brevard. Over Christmas break, I was itching to come back because I love the area so much.
Experiential learning here is beyond all of my expectations.
Brevard College, a top choice for students around the world.
Back here at the Boshamer Gymnasium, a lot of excitement here. A big opportunity for the Tornadoes to take first place in the conference and end a 11-game win streak for the Knights. But we've been witness this afternoon how tough of an assignment that is, as well defended there. Rebound by Hester. Parkins off the Morris pass. Morris dishes it inside to Hester. And it'll be Tornado ball underneath. There haven't been many fouls called on the Knights. In fact, that's just the second foul of the entire game called on the Knights. Tornadoes have been called for 5 fouls. Parkins. Petty Wilkins. Petty Wilkins driving herself. Really strong drive to the hoop, but well defended by the Knights. 3:30 to play here, second quarter. And a foul there. Strong take to the hoop. And offensive foul. Big time play there, drawing the charge once again. The freshman, Annalie Morris, continuing to impress. 28-24, Southern Virginia's led the whole way. They came out to a real big lead early on. Tornadoes worked their way back late in that first quarter. And it's been about even here in the second quarter. Tornadoes with a 10-9 advantage here in quarter number 2. Savoon dribbling up the court. Tornadoes in the man-to-man defense. Extra pass there. Savoon from downtown. It's no good. Knights able to get a second chance opportunity off the rebound from Kempler. Here's Newman. Newman defended well by Petty Wilkins. Shot there off the back iron. And Kempler is going to be called with a traveling violation. Could have called that over the back. Kempler had the height advantage, able to come down with the ball, but then stumbled a little for the traveling violation. We've seen a lot of those traveling violations, unofficially 4 against the Knights, as the Knights' turnovers continue to be a factor, and hand it to that Tornado defense. Stolen away there by Weiland. Three-pointer from the other direction, no good. Rebounded by Hester. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. 4-point ball game here at the Bosch. Shepard's checked back in. Meanwhile, steal there by Snyder. Nice closeout from Hester as Newman thought about a three-pointer momentarily. Knights under the direction of Lynette Schroeder in her 6th year. And looks like we have a timeout on the court, a 30-second timeout with 1:52 to play here in the second. Knights 28, Tornadoes 24. Back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, glad you're able to join us. A dandy of a women's basketball matchup in the USA South this afternoon. As a three-pointer there, Allred draining the three. Southern Virginia has not been as active as the Tornadoes from beyond the arc, and there's a turnover on the Nados, so Tornadoes have to be careful here at the end of the first half not to let this slip away. Knights now with a 7-point lead and the basketball with 90 seconds to play in the second quarter. Parkins, nice job there. Taking it away from Allred. Parkins down low now. Annalie Morris just missing. And then another turnover on the traveling violation. Southern Virginia's coaching staff not happy with that call. Thought there might have been a foul or at the very least a tie-up, but traveling violation yet again. That's the 5th traveling violation on Southern Virginia. Meanwhile, quick whistle here. Just making sure everything's correct on shot clock and game clock, and it is. 70 seconds to play here. Quick release from Hester off the inbound. It's good. Hester now with 14 points to lead all scorers. Three-pointer there, no good. Rebounded by Morris. Now a fight for the basketball. And it's going to be Tornado ball. Kickball violation, I believe the call. So Tornado's doing a great job on some of these 50-50 balls, out-hustling the Knights at times. And 5-point lead for the Knights here, 45 seconds to play. Shepard. Parkins down low, double teamed, and she'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Strong take, she comes up strong, the 5th-year senior, the dual sports student athlete out of Marion, North Carolina, and Parkins will head to the free throw line. Parkins with 2 points, 1 steal, and a block shot. Very much an emotional leader for this Tornado team. A leader certainly in terms of her experience as well and wisdom. 5 years here at Brevard College, playing 2 sports, prolific in both. So that cuts it to a 4-point advantage as Parkins checks out, Hauser checks back in. Down to the final 35 seconds here in this second quarter. In the paint there is Canty, and another traveling violation. We're keeping unofficial tallies of the traveling violations here, and by our tally, that's number 6 against Southern Virginia. Five seconds left and a tie-up. It's going to remain Tornado ball with 5 seconds to play. Rankin has checked in for the NATOs. Malika Rankin as Hauser dishes it into Petty Wilkins. Petty Wilkins with the runner. It's good. Beating the buzzer there and giving the Tornadoes some serious momentum heading into the half, down just 31-29. What a great finish for the Tornadoes at the end of each of these quarters. First, cutting the big lead that was once as large as 13 points for Southern Virginia. They cut that lead down to 5 at the end of the first quarter, and then have cut into this deficit here in the second quarter, 31-29 heading into the half. We've got a ball game here at the Bosch. Stick with us. We'll have first half statistics and a recap of what went down in half number 1. And then we'll bring you the second half of action. Southern Virginia versus Brevard College from the Bosch. Welcome back to the Boscherber Gymnasium. Exciting stuff here in the first half between the Tornadoes and the Knights. (31-29). Your score here at the half. Tornadoes led by Josie Hester with 14 points to lead all scorers, has hit 3 3-pointers on 3 attempts, so perfect from beyond the arc. 5 of 8 overall shooting. Also pulled down 3 rebounds. McKenna Parkins with 3 points. Same with Anna Lee Morris and Christina Roan. Roan hitting a big 3-pointer, as did Morris. Other scorers for the Tornadoes, Jada Petty Wilkins with 4 points and Nalia Boyce with 2. Savoon leading Southern Virginia with 7 points. Abigail Snyder has 7 as well. Ruth Kempler with 6 points and 6 rebounds. 13 turnovers by the Knights, 10 for the Tornadoes. Each team with 5 steals. Now, Southern Virginia ran out to a 13-point lead at the beginning of the first quarter, but then the Tornadoes, with a big scoring run late in that first quarter, made it a manageable deficit and then outscored Southern Virginia 15-12 in that second quarter, and it all adds up to a 31-29 advantage at halftime here at the Bosch. Update from men's basketball, halftime in Raleigh, North Carolina. Brevard leading William Peace 32-22. Carson Evans leading the NATOs with 9 points. KK Horton with 8. Jaden Carnes with 7. Twain Wilson hit a 3-pointer as time was expiring at the end of the first half. And the Tornadoes on the men's side leading by 10 here in the women's contest. Tornadoes trailing by 2. Other action for Brevard College Tornado Athletics, the track and field team at their competition in Winston-Salem, North Carolina today. Go to bctornadoes.com. We'll try to get you some results on the website by the end of today. And hey, big hat tip to the cheerleading team as well. Heading down to the Nationals in Orlando, Wide World of Sports complex. And we're underway here in the third quarter, and another traveling violation. Oh, my. Keeping unofficial tabs on the traveling violations here. I think we're at 6. Which is a very high number that the Knights have committed. Hester, strong take there. It's off of a Knight player. It'll remain Tornado basketball. Both teams with their starting lineups back on the court. Here's Boyce, hands it off to Parkins. Shepard. Parkins to Boyce. Boyce tried a little turnaround, bit of a hook shot there, no good. Here's Newman the other way. Take there, and it'll be a trip to the free throw line for Snyder. We'll see who the foul's against. Foul will be on Shepard, her first, team foul number 1 here in this third quarter. Snyder at the line for Southern Virginia. The junior guard from Rocky Ford, Colorado. So, Snyder making her way from Colorado to Virginia and able to bury a couple free throws there, put the Knights back up by 4. Here's Boyce. Shepard. And she's going to draw the foul. Nicely done. Nice strong take for Shepard. It'll be called a foul on the floor, so it'll be Tornado ball underneath. Parkins dribbles to her left. Well defended there. The block for Foster. Parkins, nice job getting into that passing lane. Pass was intended to Foster from Kempler, and Parkins able to come up with a steal. Tornadoes now 6 steals as a team. 2 by Parkins, 2 by Shepard. First sub of the second half is from the Knights. It's Alyssa Weiland. She replaces Kempler. 8:24 to play here in the third quarter. 4-point lead for the Knights. Boyce hands it off to Petty Wilkins. Tornadoes on a 3-game win streak, trying to snap the Knights' 11-game win streak. Steal there for the Knights, and fast break layup no good, and then a whistle and a foul on the Knights, loose ball foul, as Foster got a piece of Shepard there, and second team foul for the Knights. Shepard will bring the ball up the court. Christina Roan at the scorers table. Looks like she'll be the first sub on the Tornado side of things. Here's Boyce. Boyce, nice take to the hoop there, and Boyce will get a trip to the free throw line. So both teams a little more methodical here to start this third quarter, making their way to the free throw line, and that's where Boyce is right now. Nalia Boyce, the senior center from Marion, North Carolina, McDowell High School. Boyson, strong free throw shooter, shooting right around the 80% mark on the year. Goes 1 for 1 there. Newman up ahead. Snyder, pull up, good. Snyder now with 11 points. First Knight to reach double digits. She's 4 or 5 from the field. Knights now ahead by 5. They led by 2 at halftime. Boyce. Hester from downtown. It's no good. That's Hester's first miss from the land of 3. She started 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass there, out of bounds. It'll remain Knights ball. Well, great crowd on hand. Appreciate all the students making their way over here to the Bosch. Seeing representation from all sorts of athletic teams, including softball and football and men's and women's lacrosse. Baseball busy with their preseason practice down at Gilcone Field at the moment. Three-pointer there is no good from Savoon, rebounded by Hester. 4th rebound for Hester. Shepard up ahead. Under 7 minutes to play here in this third quarter. A whole different feel to this second half. A lot more methodical. Teams setting up their half-court sets. Boyce shot there off the front rim. That was a long two-pointer. Here comes Southern Virginia. Scoop and score by Savoon. And Savoon now with 9 points. And the Tornadoes trail now by 7. Tornadoes still looking to get things going here in this third quarter. Have not made a field goal yet. A couple second chance opportunities here. Nice job on the offensive glass, both Shepard and Hauser. Here's Hauser. Pass there to Boyce. 10 on the shot clock. Boyce into the paint, draws 3 defenders, and the Knights able to come up with the takeaway. It's Newman coming up with the basketball. Now a jumper here. missing. Now fight for the rebound, and it'll remain Knights ball. Parkins will check in for Boyce. Side out here for the Knights. 37-30, 5:45 to play. Nice trap from the Tornado defense. Kempler's able to find her teammate. Now another battle for the rebound. It'll be Tornado ball. Well done there by Jada Petty-Wilkins to shield the Knight from that basketball. Let it go out of bounds. Christina Roan checks in. So Hauser, Roan, Hester, Parkins, and Petty-Wilkins on the floor for the NATOs. Christina Roan hit a big three-pointer way back in that first quarter, part of the comeback for the NATOs. And here's another three from Roan. It's good. Christina Roan now with 6 points, 2 made three-pointers. And that's just what the doctor ordered. The Tornadoes had not hit a field goal, started 0 for 7 from the field in this third quarter until that three-pointer from Roan. And with 5 minutes to play, Tornadoes now trail by 4 here in this third period. Open three-pointer there, and Snyder made the Tornadoes pay. They left her open, wide open three-pointer, and she buries it. She now has 14 points, matching the game high by Josie Hester, who also has 14. Stolen there by Newman. And then a double dribble violation on the Knights. The Knights continue to have trouble in the turnover department. That's their 17th turnover of the game. With 4:31 to play here in the third period, Knights 40, Tornadoes 33. Back here at the Bosch, 4:31 to play in the third quarter. Southern Virginia up by 7. Shania Hauser to Roan. Roan, great look there to find Parkins, but just misses the layup. Beautiful pass from Roan. Layup there, nicely done from Snyder. She has 16. Under 4 minutes to play. Tornadoes trailing by 9. Roan, well done off the glass. And the finish. Roan starting to come alive. She now has 8 points. 5 here in this third quarter. And what an answer. Snyder she has 16 for the Knights. Parkins will head to the free throw line after that foul from Kempler. Snyder has 9 points in this quarter. He's certainly becoming a factor here for the Southern Virginia University Knights. Meanwhile, McKenna Parkins to the free throw line. First free throw up and good. McKenna Parkins on the year. Now 18 of 20 from the free throw line, 90% from the line. Outstanding free throw shooter. With 3:20 to play here, Tornadoes have cut it to 7. Three-pointer there, off the mark, in and out of the hands of Annalee Morris. She had position on that rebound, but unable to collect it. Tough break for the Nados. Morris had some great minutes in that first half. Exciting freshman for the Nados. And then another turnover on traveling, unofficially the 7th for the Knights. It's the kind of thing that'll drive a coaching staff crazy. They'll be, I'm sure, taking a look at those with the team during the week. But meanwhile, just over 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Tornadoes see if they can capitalize off these turnovers, and that's a good way to do exactly that, as Hester with the finish off the Parkins dish. Hester now with 16 points. Tornadoes trail by 5. And another turnover for the Knights. That's 19 turnovers on the game. As Foster checks in, replacing Kempler. Tornadoes with an opportunity here. Cut into the lead even further, trailing by 5 here. 2:38 to play in the third quarter. Hauser to Roan. Roan behind the back and makes the beautiful three-pointer from way downtown. Roan, the behind-the-back pass. She even had a defender in her face, and with confidence drains the three. It's a 2-point ball game here at the Bosch. But an answer there from the Knights as the Bosch, the volume starting to crank up here. But then there's Hester the other way. So the two teams trading baskets suddenly. Three-pointer the other way, in and out. Fight for the rebound. Parkins, great job tying up Foster. It'll be Tornado ball on the possession arrow. Three-pointer there from Roan, no good. $1:15 to play here in the third. Three-pointer the other way, fight for the rebound, and that's going to be called on Parkins as Foster hit the deck. Crowd didn't like the call. And it'll remain Knights basketball underneath. Just the second team foul on the Tornadoes here in this third period. Two-point ball game here at the Bosch. Final minute and change. Jumper here along the baseline, no good. Now a three-pointer and one opportunity here. Weiland buries the three, gets fouled in the process, and that's an absolute killer for the Tornadoes. Very much a dagger, even though we're just in the third quarter, but that's one that we might want to circle as a momentum shift potentially if the Knights hold on to win this game, but long way to go here late in the third quarter. Hey, getting some results from the track and field Mondo College invite in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Sarah Bear in the number 1 position in the 60-meter qualifying, time of 8.13 seconds. And also Noah Westbrook, big result, 3rd place in shot put. So great job by the track and field program under the direction of Director of Track and Field, Josh Hall. Meanwhile, here's Parkins the other way. She rattles that one home. 48 seconds here in the third quarter. Well defended there, Parkins and Petty Wilkins. Hester Parkins, Petty Wilkins, Roan, and Annalie Morris in the contest for the NATOs. Extra pass here, nice closeout by Petty Wilkins defensively. And then a foul there on Hester, and that'll send Newman to the free throw line. Addison Newman of Southern Virginia. Newman, the senior from Cedar City, Utah, Canyon View High School. Free throw up and no good. 4-point lead for the Knights. Second free throw's good. About a 4-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Morris. Morris dribbles to her left. Now collects a crowd of Knights. Double team became a triple team, but then the Tornadoes able to get the takeaway right back. Morris now with an opening to the hoop and the finish. Anna Lee Morris. Some grit there from the freshman. Meanwhile, Petty Wilkins with the block shot, and that'll be the end of the quarter. Tornadoes cut the deficit to 3 points, 51-48 at the end of 3. Stick with us. We're heading to the fourth quarter. It's a dandy here at the Bosch. USA South Conference action. 2 top teams in the conference. Southern Virginia 51, Brevard 48 at the end of 3. Back here at the Bosch as we head towards the start of the fourth quarter. What a ball game we have between the 2 top teams in the USA South. Tornadoes defense has caused a bunch of turnovers for Southern Virginia. That's been a big part of the story today. 21 turnovers in total. Tornadoes have scored 19 points off those turnovers. Josie Hester has led the Tornadoes through the 3 quarters with 18 points. Snyder has 18 points. Christina Roan for the NATOs with 11. Meanwhile, 3-pointer there, and right on cue, there's Roan with the rebound, her first of the game. She also has 3 assists. Here's Morris. Morris Nice crossover dribble, and Morris will get the trip to the free throw line. Really nicely done, Annalie Morris. Hey, speaking of dual sport athletes, we were talking about McKenna Parkins, dual sport athlete with the volleyball team in addition to women's basketball. Well, Annalie Morris, the freshman, also plays on the softball team. So she'll be getting going here in the spring before we know it. 51-48, second free throw coming here from Morris. It's up and good. So lead cut to 2. Every possession in this fourth quarter is going to be paramount in a game this tight. Nice job by Hester getting her hand on the basketball there. Entry pass. Just missing. Meanwhile, Knights will get the ball underneath. Hester defending tightly against Newman. Nice pass there to find Foster from Kempler. Foster now with 4 points. Under 9 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Stolen away there by Newman. Newman with Petty Wilkins on the defensive end. Count the basket and one opportunity for Newman. That's a killer as the Knights able to capitalize on the mistake by the Tornadoes. And then a 3-point play opportunity here, and it's going to bounce in. So everything's suddenly going the Knights' way in these last few seconds. 56-49, Tornadoes trail by 7. Roan. Parkins. Roan from downtown, and she's fouled in the process. She'll be rewarded. Well, we thought it was on the shot, but it looks like it'll be a foul away from the ball. So Tornadoes ball underneath, so the possession will continue for the Nados. Parkins in the low block. Looked like she may have been fouled in the process, but no whistle. Meanwhile, Knights the other way. So Tornadoes had 2 opportunities that time down the court, unable to capitalize. And that's going to be Tornado ball. Kempler hit the deck. No foul called. Crowd starting to get into it here at the Bosch. Great to have the students back on campus. Here's Parkins. Parkins, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound there from Snyder. Snyder up ahead. Snyder pushing. And a turnover on the Knights. That's their 23rd of the game. Boyce checking in as Morris steps off. So Petty Wilkins, Roan, Boyce, Parkins, and Hester on the court for the Tornadoes. Roan bringing the ball up the court. Here's Hester. Under 8 minutes to play. Hester, strong take to the hoop. She'll go to the free throw line. Well, update from men's basketball. Brevard leads William Peace 57-39 with 8 minutes left to play in the second half. KK Horton leading the way with 18 points. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. So big performance so far from Horton. Carson Evans also with 11. And Tornadoes in control in Raleigh. Both free throws good. And lead back to 5 for the Knights as Hester makes the pair of free throws. She now has 20. Roan with the takeaway. Roan now behind the back. It's looking for Petty Wilkins. Maybe just a little too fancy. Coach Hudson saying, easy. Yeah, there's times that you want to just kind of pull it back and get your offense set. But you got to love the energy comes from Roan and the rest of the Tornadoes this afternoon. Meanwhile, 7:21 to play here in the fourth quarter. A 56-51 ball game at the Bosch. In case you're just joining us, Southern Virginia, a 13-2 overall record, 7-0 in the USA South Conference, an 11-game win streak. Not only sits atop this year's USA South Conference standings, but they're back-to-back champions as well. And the Tornadoes looking to knock them off. But the Knights have different ideas as Snyder drains that three. She's now over 20 points as well with 21. 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. 8 of 10 shooting. Snyder, what a game she's had. Here's Boyce. Boyce, turnaround jumper, no good. Kempler going up high for the rebound, her 9th. 8-point lead from the Knights. Another three-pointer. It's no good, and that'll be Tornado ball. (59-51) as Roan brings the ball up the court. Hester down low. Here's Petty Wilkins. Hester defended by Newman. Hands it off to Roan. 10 on the shot clock. Parkins down low, and the finish, and one. Parkins, we've seen it so many times throughout her career. Give her the ball down low. She'll finish down low, and she'll earn that trip to the free throw line as well. We mentioned just an outstanding free throw shooter. Parkins now with 9 points, 3 steals, a blocked shot. And she sinks that free throw, putting her over 90% for the season. McKenna Parkins now with 10 points in this contest. Tornadoes have cut it back to a 5-point lead for the Knights. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Petty Wilkins. Petty Wilkins pushes ahead. Petty Wilkins to Parkins. And Tornadoes turn it right back over. Both teams just going back and forth with some real tempo. .554 to play here, a 5-point game. Lexi Shepard checks back in for Roan. Meanwhile, the Knights, Savoon will inbounds from underneath. Here's Weiland. Weiland with 8 points in this contest. And able to find the open Knight. Combination of Snyder and Newman. And a 7-point lead once again for Southern Virginia. Hester. And a traveling violation on Hester. Crowd wanted a foul there. Looked like there was some contact. Tornadoes have struggled in quite a few of their recent offensive possessions. Great defense there by Parkins, taking that away from Weiland. 5 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Shepard. Parkins hands it off to Hester. Hester taking it to the hoop, and the finish. Nicely done, Hester. She was kind of bumped off her line a little bit there. Was some contact, but Hester able to hammer it home off the glass. 22 points for Josie Hester. 4:34 to play, a 5-point lead for the Knights. And then Hester with the block shot. Big time defense, Hester against Newman. We've got a timeout on the court with 4:27 to play in this ball game. Knights 61, Tornadoes 56. 4:27 left to play in this fourth quarter. 61-56, Knights on top. Update for men's basketball. Brevard 68, William Peace 41, 4:35 left in the second half in Raleigh. 6 on the shot clock for Southern Virginia. Three-pointer there is good. Snyder has been red hot. That's her fourth three-pointer. She now has 24 points in the lead up to 8. Shepard. Hester. Parkins. Trying to hand it off to Hester. Well defended by Newman. It's going to be a turnover for the NATOs. Their 18th turnover. There's been 25 Southern Virginia turnovers. Both teams shooting similar numbers. Tornadoes 43% from the field. In fact, that's exactly what Southern Virginia is shooting as well. Each team has made 7 three-pointers also. And both teams have made 9 free throws. So a lot of similarities on the team statistics between these two teams. Three-pointer there is no good. Rebounded by Parkins. 3:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. Shepard trying to run an offensive set here in the half court. Parkins. Nice look there to Shepard. Backdoor cut from Lexi Shepard. Beautiful pass from Parkins, and Shepard will go to the free throw line. And if you're a team trying to come back from 8 points, there's no place you'd rather be than the free throw line. It stops the clock naturally and gives the trailing team a chance to score without any elapsed time. And the key for the Tornadoes, of course, making these free throw attempts. And Shepard makes the first one there. Tornadoes have gone 10 of 13 from the line as a team this afternoon. Second free throw, no good off the back iron. So 1 of 2, and that makes it a 7-point ball game here. Just over 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer there is no good. Offensive rebound by Savoon. And it'll be Southern Virginia ball underneath. .248 and counting. Tornadoes need stops on the defensive end. Trailing by 7. 5 on the shot clock. And the finish there from Savoon, who now is in double figures herself with 11 points. Great job beating her defender off the dribble. 2:28 to play here in the fourth. Tornadoes trail by 9. Parkins, down low to Boyce. Boyce trying to get position, and the finish as Boyce able to beat Kempler in that low block and draw the foul in the process. And that's going to be foul number 5 on Kempler. That's going to be it for Kempler. She'll foul out of this game. And Kempler, with 2:17 to play, is fouled out. So the Knights will have to win this without their starting center. She commits her 5th foul. Hey, big-time finish there by Boyce to draw the foul in the process. Parkins got it down low to Boyce. Boyce took it upon herself to take on Kempler in that low block. Kempler with the 4 fouls commits her 5th, and Boyce hammers home the layup in the process. Now a chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. A little bit of discussion at the scores table in the interim. And now both teams able to get kind of a quasi timeout as the officials continue to straighten out something. (66-59) your score, 2:17 to play. Seemed like much ado about nothing as everything is sorted out, and Boyce will have the one free throw shot here. Free throws up and good. So a big-time three-point play the old-fashioned way from Nalia Boyce. And it's a 6-point ball game here at the Bosch. 66-60. Savoon. You can tell the Knights trying to run out some clock here. Under 2 minutes to play. Savoon to Newman. Newman defended by Hester. 3 on the shot clock and a traveling violation. We see yet another one unofficially. That's either number 7 or 8. 8 traveling violations for the Knights. And the Tornadoes trailing by 6. Might have to speed up their offensive set a little bit here, as time is certainly a factor. 1:40 to play here in the fourth. Petty Wilkins down low, and the finish from Petty Wilkins. It's a 4-point ball game here at the Bosch. 90 seconds to play. The Bosch starting to come alive. Defense champ getting going. Parkins defending Foster. Foster now with the take and the travel. Another traveling violation. Number 9 by our unofficial tally. And just like that, the Tornadoes trailing by just 4 points now. They've made 4 of their last 5 field goals, looking to continue this offensive success that has gotten them back in this ball game, but there's just a minute to play. Every possession absolutely paramount. Here's Petty Wilkins, pull-up jumper, no good. Shepard battling for the rebound, whistle, and a loose ball foul. Is going to be called on Lexi Shepard. That was a big-time collision, and you could have called it either way probably, or you could have even said no call, let them play. But bottom line is that's going to be a foul on the Tornadoes. It's going to be Southern Virginia ball coming out of this timeout. 53 seconds to play. Hey, update from men's basketball. Brevard 74, William Peace 49, 123 left to play in the second half of that one. So Tornadoes on their way to a victory in men's basketball. Tornadoes women's trailing by 4 here with 52.8 seconds to play. Josie Hester has led the way with 22 points. Christina Roan has 11. McKenna Parkins has 10. Parkins also with 4 steals. And Roan with 4 assists. Tornadoes have hit 7 3-pointers. Southern Virginia has hit 7 3-pointers as well. 4 of those 7 have come from Snyder, who has 24 points. Savoon has 11. Newman has 8 points. Kempler, who fouled out just a short while ago, leads all players with 10 rebounds. But it's be Southern Virginia's ball coming out of this timeout. Next up for the Tornadoes women's basketball team, a matchup versus Greensboro this coming Tuesday right here at the Bosch at 7:30 p.m. That's part of a doubleheader with the men's team. Men's action will take place first as the Tornadoes will take on Pfeiffer at 5:30 p.m. Then the women's game to follow. Hope you can join us either here on this YouTube channel or live here at the Bosch on Tuesday evening for the men's and women's basketball double header. So Knights ball side out. And Tornadoes need a stop here. As the Knights certainly looking to bleed the clock as far as they can. Now 15 on the shot clock. Some defensive pressure from Parkins, and now a foul. So it'll be side out, a foul to give for the Tornadoes. Now 20 on the shot clock. And a foul there from Petty Wilkins. And now we'll shoot free throws as both teams now in the bonus. Snyder at the line. First free throw's up and good. She now has 25 points. Southern Virginia has been excellent from the free throw line, now 10 of 11. Certainly taking advantage of those opportunities, but she misses the second free throw. A quick timeout from Coach Donald Hudson as the Tornadoes trail by 5 here with 32 seconds to play. Final score from Raleigh in men's basketball. Brevard with the win in Raleigh. So look forward to the Tornadoes men's team returning to campus, and then being back in action on Tuesday. So it'll be Tornadoes ball, side out. Shepard, Boyce, Parkins, Hester, and Jada Petty Wilkins on the floor for the Nados. Trailing by 5. And a takeaway there by Southern Virginia. And then the finish the other way from Newman. And that'll give the Knights now a 7-point lead. Big time defensive takeaway there for the Knights as Tornadoes backs against the wall, time running out. Really needed to take advantage of that last possession naturally, but the Knights come up big with the steal. And then another steal for the Knights and the finish, and that'll just about do it here at the Bosch as Weiland with the finish. Final 10 seconds to play. Now 71-62. Three-pointer from Petty Wilkins. No good. Shepard with the rebound. Josie Hester launches a three. It's no good, and that'll do it from here at the Bosch. Southern Virginia continues their winning ways, improving to 8-0 in the USA South Conference. Now a 12-game win streak, and they'll continue to sit in first place in the USA South. Meanwhile, Brevard College drops to 11-4 overall, 6-2 in the USA South Conference, and now 6-2 at home here at the Boshemer Gymnasium. Well, it was an entertaining game. The Tornadoes certainly played tough throughout. And if anything, I believe the Tornadoes have realized that they can go head-to-head, toe-to-toe with Southern Virginia. So if these two teams meet again in the postseason, watch out. And, in fact, they will play again in the regular season on Saturday, February 1st at 2 o'clock at Southern Virginia in Buena Vista, Virginia. So that'll be interesting as well. But great performance by the Tornadoes. They fell behind 15-2 early on, down by 13, worked their way all the way back, made this a ball game 19-14 was the score at the end of one. And then trailing by just 2 points at the half. Played a very even third quarter as well. Then Southern Virginia late pulls away. Tornadoes were led by Josie Hester with 22 points. She was 8 of 13 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point land, 3 of 3 from the line. She also had a team-high 5 rebounds and a team-high 2 block shots. Christina Roan heated up as well, 11 points, 4 of 5 from the field, hit 3 three-pointers. Also had a team-high 4 assists. McKenna Parkins with 10 points, 4 steals to lead the Tornadoes. Other scorers, Jada Petty-Wilkins with 6 points, Nalia Boyce with 6, Anna Lee Morris, the freshman, with 6, and Lexi Shepard had 1 point to go along with 3 steals and an assist. Southern Virginia was led by Snyder with 25 points, Savoon with 11, and Newman with 10. Snyder was sensational. She hit 4 three-pointers, also had 3 assists and 3 steals. Kempler, who fouled out with a couple minutes left to play in this one, led all players with 10 rebounds. Southern Virginia shot 44% from the field, Tornadoes 42%. Each team hit 7 three-pointers. Tornadoes went 11 of 15 from the free throw line. Southern Virginia went 10 of 12 from the free throw line. Turnovers were a big story in this one. Southern Virginia committed 27 turnovers, and by our count, 8 traveling violations, while Brevard turned the ball over 20 times. But believe it or not, Southern Virginia actually capitalized on those turnovers more than Brevard did, scoring 26 points off of turnovers, and Brevard 25 off of turnovers. 19 fast break points for Southern Virginia, just 2 for Brevard. And offensive rebounds heavily in favor of the Knights, 16-4 advantage in that department. So as a result of that, and really the difference in this game, 17-3 in second chance points. So Southern Virginia shows why they're the top-ranked team in the USA South Conference, but a lot to feel good about if you're Brevard College moving forward. The Tornadoes can hang with this team, so we'll see what happens on February 1st at their place, and then we'll see if these teams perhaps meet again in the USA South Conference Championship Tournament. Hey, big thank you to all those who helped behind the scenes. Martine Aguilar, our social media coordinator this afternoon. KJ Henderson pushing all the buttons as our broadcast producer. On camera, Olivia Tyner. Alex Bolton was our reporter today and handling photography. Lex McLaughlin. Joseph Marvin, sports information director, with all the statistics and the numbers running that scorers table. Public address announcer Ray Gill. And Juan Mascar Jr., our official score. Clock operators were Destiny Williams and Coach Brad Jones. So big thank you to all those who helped behind the scenes, and big thank you to you, NATO Nation, for continuing to support the Tornadoes. Look forward to seeing you at a future Brevard College Tornado athletic event. That'll do it from the Boshamer Gymnasium. Your final score for the final time, Southern Virginia 71, Brevard 62. Go Tornadoes.